Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's been one of those mornings. It's going to be one of those days, I think. This is about the fourth time I've started this. So let's see how we go. Hope you're all enjoying your Sunday. It's an absolutely gorgeous day out there. I've actually got the back door wide open for the first time in in ages. Get your minds out of the gutter, grow up. It's a smashing day. You can't not let fresh air in on a day like this. Anyway, shout outs first. First one is to a lady named Maria. Maria started work at our place a few weeks ago. She's on the cleaning gang with me, getting on like a house on fire. She joined the group a few days ago. She's been joining in with the posts, which is brilliant. So welcome to the group, Maria. And also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, welcome to the channel as well. So that's that one. Next one is to a guy called Scott the Movie Critic, who does a channel. He's similar to me, actually. He likes to show off his collection of DVDs and Blu-rays and games and stuff like that. Smashing fella, really nice, loves talking about movies and games. So if you want to pop over to his channel and have a look at some of the stuff that he's put on there, highly recommend it. The next one, I've got 2 new subscribers. Joe Loves Movies. You all know Joe. Joe's been around for quite a while. I actually thought he'd subscribed already, but apparently not. It came through as a notification a few days ago that he's joined. So welcome to the channel, Joe. Keep putting the videos on, mate, because love them, absolutely love them. Next one is to another new subscriber, a guy called Pete, who runs a channel called, let me get this right, notes, Playtendo Guy. It's an amazing channel. He's got loads of videos on there. Again, he does a similar sort of thing. He does unboxings, he does sort of reviews of movies that he's bought. He shows off the stuff that he's bought during the course of the week from various different retail outlets. He's got quite a way with him. He's got a brilliant personality. He just basically does what I do, just stands there and just talks about films. It's brilliant. But you guys might like him because he errs on the side of sort of games and stuff like that, sort of Nintendo, PlayStation, all that kind of thing. I mean, I never got into the gaming side of things. I don't know why, it just never ever sort of appealed to me, so I never bothered with it. But I know a lot of you guys do. So you could do worse than check out his channel. As I say, it's called Playtendo. Let me just get this right. I'm going to read it off here. Just bear with me. Playtendo Guy, and his name's Pete. So if you're watching, Pete, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing, much appreciated. If either you, Scott, or Joe want to start posting videos on the Facebook group, there's a link to it in the bio on the YouTube channel. So by all means, just pop over, hit the join group thing, and by all means start posting your videos, because the more content we get on there, the better. There's about 5 or 6 of us on there that sort of post regular. So yeah, anybody that wants to post videos and stuff like that, feel free, just go for it. Another shout out is to Callie and Guy, who did another podcast. I can't remember what it's called. Is it Hi Honey Your Geek is Showing or something like that? It's a smashing podcast. Now, I've only listened to the first few minutes of this one, but I'm really enjoying it, and I've got to watch the end of it. And I was enjoying your memories of Spider-Man and how you first got introduced to it. So I might as well stick my 2 pennyworth in that on that. 2 penneth. Is that the way it said? Penneth? Pennyworth? In on that one. So this is me weighing in on that little thing. My first introduction to Spider-Man, apart from the comics, of which I think I've still got some of them in the attic, some very old ones from the 70s, I believe. And if I remember correctly, they used to be in. They were a kind of a letterbox format. They were longer than they were. They weren't standard comic. They were like that. And I'm fairly sure I've got some of those in the attic. So if ever I get the nerve to actually go up there, because there are cobwebs everywhere, and as everybody knows, I'm a complete arachnophobe, so it's very, very rare that I ever go up there, but I will fetch them down and show them off if I ever do make it up there. But apart from the comics, this is the only Spider-Man that I ever needed. This is the 1967 original animated series of Spider-Man. This was my first introduction to the legend that is Spider-Man. This was on pretty much every week when I was at school. I loved all of these. It had all the villains: Dr. Octopus, Electro, my favourite Green Goblin, love that one. And these were superb. And this series also had the coolest 60s pop hippie soundtrack ever. The only one that ever rivaled it was the Batman series, which had a brilliant soundtrack, which I believe was scored by Nelson Riddle, who worked with Sinatra for many years. Was it Nelson Riddle? Sure it was. I need to check that, otherwise I've made a dick of myself again. We'll see. But yeah, this is my Spider-Man. And also, I would have to say, the 1970s movies. There was a TV series, a live action one, which starred Nicholas Hammond, who played, let me get this right, the oldest lad in The Sound of Music. He was Spider-Man for quite a few years, and what they did was they took certain episodes of that series, joined them together and released them theatrically in the UK, and I saw a lot of those at the cinema. So that's another Spider-Man that I enjoyed, and I didn't really go beyond that. I love the movies that I've seen, the recent ones. Say recent, I think the only one I've seen is the original Tobey Maguire one from, I think it was about 2002. I believe Willem Dafoe was in that one. That was probably the last one I saw. And with me making my way through the MCU in order, I've not attacked the latest instalments yet. I'm sure they're brilliant. I'm sure the special effects are superb. Wonderful movies. But for me, that is Spider-Man. And that to me is pure magic. I've seen these hundreds of times and I still watch them now and still love them. So the other one I wanted to show off, and this is going back to Playtendo Guy, he did a video of an unboxing of, sorry, the little pile nearly collapsed, of that one, the Superman box set. Now, what I didn't realise, and I've been trying to get hold of these for years, there was something like a director's cut of Superman the movie and also an extended cut of Superman 2. And I've been trying to track them down for years, and until I saw Pete's video, I didn't realise that they're actually on this box set that I've had for ages. So what you've got on here, you've got Superman the movie, you've got Superman the movie the expanded edition, you've got two versions of Superman 2, including the Richard Donner cut, which is the one that I was trying to get, and it turns out I've already got it, and also Superman 3, 4 and Superman Returns. So I'd steer you in the direction of his video actually for this one, because he does a marvellous little unboxing of this one. I may actually share it on the page a little bit later, but if you're still there and you're still watching, Pete, by all means post your videos on the group. The group members would love the kind of thing that you're doing, I guarantee you. You would get reactions from that, and I love the reviews of the Sweeney movies that you did as well. They're two of my absolute favourites, and that's a couple of movies that I really need to review myself. Again, I bought those two Blu-rays months ago. They're out of the cellophane, but I don't think I've ever taken them out of the box, so I didn't even realise that those little booklets that you were showing off were in there. Shows how much notice I take, doesn't it? But yeah, as I say, you, Scott, Joe, anybody that wants to post videos of what they're doing on their own channel, if they want to share them with the group, feel free to do so. Right, what else have I got on here? Let me just make sure I've not forgotten anything. Oh yeah, Callie, loving the Predator figures. My God, I didn't realise there were so many of them. I would imagine do they release them fairly regular? I don't know. They're all from different companies, I know that, but that is quite a collection that you've got there. Look forward to seeing more of that kind of thing, especially your Star Wars figures. I would imagine you've got one hell of a collection of those, so we do look forward to seeing those. Let's see, done that one. What have I been watching? The only thing I've really had a chance to watch this week was last night. Ordered a pizza as per usual, and Netflix have got a new documentary on the channel, The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe, The Unheard Tapes. Now, I have seen Some Like It Hot many times, but I haven't seen any of her other films. It is a documentary basically leading up to the death, looking at all the conspiracy theories and this, that and the other. It was made by a guy called Anthony Summers, who wrote a book a while ago called Goddess, and I think that is what this documentary is based on the book. It is absolutely fascinating. Now the thing is with these kind of documentaries, whenever I watch one, I usually come away with more questions than answers. They all make the claim that they're going to answer this and tell you this and this, you're finally going to find out what happened to such and such, and you never do. This one actually comes up with a very, very plausible explanation for the death of Marilyn Monroe. And I'm not going to go into it because you really do need to watch it. It is a fascinating documentary. This guy has done thousands of hours of research. You should see his little retreat in the middle of nowhere where he's got all of this stuff stacked away. It must have, well, he's been on it since 1980, is it 82 or 84? Working his way through it. He has got hundreds of cassettes of interviews with people who knew Marilyn, who knew of her, who worked with her. People like her cleaning lady, her hairstylist, friends, colleagues. It's an exhaustive collection, and it is really, really well put together. As I say, I'm not going to tell you what he actually comes up with, but he does dispel the rumour that she was murdered. But it is absolutely fascinating. There are a lot of disturbing things coming out in there. She was a very tortured individual, and under the circumstances, with the things that you learn within this documentary, it's not surprising that she was a little sort of withdrawn and stuff like that. But she was a true star, absolutely a true star. It was just a matter of meeting the wrong people at the wrong time. I just thought it was absolutely fascinating. I really, really enjoyed it, to the point where I went on to Audible and bought a copy of Summers' book, which is called Goddess, as I say. It's 19 hours, so that's going to take some getting through. And it also made me dig this little beaut out, and this pile of stuff is going to go falling over in a minute. I can see it coming. I dug this out, which I bought quite a while ago, but never watched. Now, the only one I've seen in this collection, as I say, is Some Like It Hot, but watching this documentary has made me really want to have a look at the rest of them. And in this you've got Some Like It Hot, you've got Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, The 7-Year Itch, and How to Marry a Millionaire. Now these are her four, I would say, her four most famous movies. She did quite a few others which I need to track down. I would love to see The Asphalt Jungle, which was, I believe, her debut film, and also The Misfits, which she starred in with Clark Gable, which I think was her last film. That would have been about 1961. John Huston directed that one. So I really need to find that one. But this is a cracking collection to start off with, so I will be watching those and having a look. There's a load of special features on here as well. So yeah, it got me fired up to want to dig this out and have a look at it. So I will be watching some of those and letting you know what I think. But if you want to watch that documentary, it's on Netflix, and it's called Marilyn Monroe. Oh God, I've forgotten it again. Where is it? Marilyn Monroe. The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe, The Unheard Tapes, and it's on Netflix. That's where you'll find that one. Yeah, well worth a watch. Absolutely. It's about an hour and 40 minutes, but it flies by. Absolutely flies by. So another post that went on this week, a movie called The Black Phone. Nick Cross put it on. That looks a bizarre movie. It's a horror film. I don't even know what to make of it. I daren't even try to describe it, but it looks really disturbing. Looking forward to having a look at it. I think Ethan Hawke is in it, so it's going to be at least worth a look. But yeah, that's caught the attention of quite a few people, that one, so I'm really looking forward to having a look at that one. As I say, that one's called The Black Phone. Now, what have I been buying this week? I'm sorry if I seem a bit disjointed this morning. I'm waiting for this dog to go off on one again, because she's been doing it all morning, just barking at things, and I get the feeling any minute now she's just going to do it again. So if she starts barking, do forgive me. What have I bought this week? This isn't actually for me, but I think I'm going to read it. This is a Christmas present. Yeah, I'm sad enough to have started my Christmas shopping already. I actually bought my first Christmas present for this year. I think it was about February. It's already wrapped up. I've already bought quite a few. I just need to wrap them up. But this is for somebody, and I might read it before I actually wrap it up. Carry on regardless. And it's, well, what it says is getting to the bottom of Britain's favourite comedy films, and it's just exclusive interviews, personal memories, that kind of thing of the people that worked on the Carry On movies. So this is the kind of book I would probably read the first chapter, wrap it up, and then order a copy for myself. But that looks really good. I love reading about the Carry On movies. There were so many stories to be told there. I did have a book upstairs. I must try and dig it out, detailing a lot of the scenes that didn't actually make it past the censors, and there were quite a few that the BBFC stopped dead in their tracks and said, no, you can't say that, or you can't do that. So yeah, I need to dig that out and have a look. But that book looks fascinating. Also saw on Amazon a couple of soundtracks, CD soundtracks. Let's see where to start with this one. This will show how sad and pathetic and how old I am nowadays. Here we go. Can't believe I'm showing you these test card classics. Does anybody remember the test card from years ago? Basically, when they had gaps between programmes, and they did during the day, BBC One would go off air for an hour or two, usually between schools programmes and the afternoon programmes. It would also go off air at about 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and what you had was this, the test card, and that is the image that you had on your TV screen, that accompanied by some what I can only describe as easy listening elevator music. And I don't know why, but I saw this and thought, oh, I really fancy that. So I ordered it, and I've been playing it in the car all week, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's hard to describe. I may stick a couple of tracks on the Retro TV Zone channel and just see what you think of it. But I'm fairly sure I know exactly what you're going to think of it. And just to make it even worse, I actually bought Volume 2 as well. So how sad and pathetic am I? You've got to be a certain age to remember this. Guy, oh no, maybe not. I don't know. Chris would be too young, probably. I don't know. Do you remember the test card, and do you remember the kind of music that used to play over it? I'd be very curious to know. But that one's going in the car next week. I'll have a listen to that one next week. Sad, pathetic loser. Bin it or keep it for this week. It's another cheat. I know. I bought this ages ago. I've never watched it. The Wages of Fear. It's a French movie. It's nearly 3 hours long. and it's about a group of lorry drivers who have to transport a cargo of nitroglycerin across terrain not suited to transporting nitroglycerin. As apparently it's a very tense thriller. It was directed by a guy named, let me get this right, Georges Henri Clouzot, who did one of my favourite French movies, Les Diaboliques, which they remade in the 90s with Sharon Stone, and it was appalling. It was a bad film, that wasn't very good. But the original Les Diaboliques was absolutely superb, and this was directed by the same geezer who did that. Now I saw this on the BFI's website a while ago and treated myself to it on Blu-ray. Didn't realise I'd still got this, and I saw it a few nights ago and I thought, well, that's bin it or keep it sorted for this week. And I know it's another cheat, but obviously I'm binning this one. This one's going to the charity shop because I've now got it on Blu-ray. I also bought a while ago the 1970, was it 75 or no 77 remake called I believe it was called Sorcerer, which is a direct remake of this, which I'm really looking forward to watching. That stars Roy Scheider, so that's going to be worth a look. But that one's going to the charity shop, but only because I now have it on Blu-ray. And I will be doing some proper bin it or keep it as soon as get a chance to start actually watching some of these obscure movies that I've ended up with. Now, vinyl corner for this week. This is an unusual one. I loved the music that used to accompany Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet and Joe 90 and all that sort of thing. This is as rare as anything nowadays. This is actually what they call a 10-inch long play thing. So it's not a 33 and a third, so it's not an LP, and obviously it's not a 7-inch, which is a single. This is somewhere in between. And what you've got on here is the Thunderbirds main theme, Captain Scarlet theme, a track called Hijacked, Aquamarina, which was the song that used to accompany the end titles of Stingray, and on side 2, yes, vinyl had sides to it. You have the theme from Stingray, the Mr. On's theme, Joe 90, and a novelty record called Parker Well Done, which I am going to stick on the channel because I think it's absolutely brilliant. But there's the other side of it. Look, this I would imagine is extremely rare nowadays. What year was this bought out? Does it actually say? Dare I even take it out of the... Let's have a quick look, just bear with me. See if it's got a date on it. It would have been sometime in the 80s. Look at that. Vinyl. Thing of beauty, innit? Let's see. 1960... Oh no, that's not it. No, there's no actual date on it by the looks of it. And I know I'm putting my mucky paws all over it. No, there isn't. But I'm fairly sure I bought this in the 80s. Probably about early to mid 80s. But that's a lovely little thing, that is. As I say, it's the only 10-inch long play that I've got. And so it's quite a novelty item, that one. So I was really pleased with that. Movie tie-in book for this week. I think I showed this the other week when I actually bought it. I still need to read it. Soldier Blue. Now, I need to read this before I watch the movie again, which looks like that. Soldier Blue was a Western made in 1970. It caused an absolute stink with the censors. What I remember more than anything about Soldier Blue is the fact that for the first 3/4 of the film, it's a standard, fairly savage Western, starring Peter Strauss and Candice Bergen. As I say, it's a fairly Formula Western up until the last 20 minutes, when they show you a cavalry raid on an Indian village, and it is quite easily one of the most shocking, savage, brutal sequences I think I've ever sat through. For saying the movie is 52 years old now, it is still as nasty and horrible as it ever was. I saw excerpts of it on YouTube just recently, and it is still powerful stuff. It caused problems with the American censors, it caused problems with the BBFC, it caused problems all over the world. There is no such thing as a totally uncut edition of this film. There is a UK cut which is about 110 minutes. That's had about 4 minutes of footage cut out of it. There is also this one's actually 113 minutes, 1 hour 55, and that is a German import. That is probably the most complete version of the film that you will ever find. If you get a chance to watch it, I would highly recommend it. It is a cracking movie. It is definitely not it's only for strong stomachs, let's put it that way. The last 20 minutes is anyway. I'm going to be doing at some point a season of movies about basically films that had trouble with the censors, and Soldier Blue is definitely going to be in the top 5 of that without a doubt. But the movie time book, I'm going to try and get it read, and then see whether it compares with the actual movie, because I believe the movie was adapted from the book. So yeah, I shall let you know what I think of that. Quote encounters for this week. Let's see now. It's one line. Oh my God, you are all going to get this. I'm going to have to make these harder. But this is it. I'm just going to say one line and you will all get it straight away. Did I fire 6 shots or only 5? That's it. Did I fire 6 shots or only 5? Answers on a postcard. Drop your answers in the comments, or you can do your little... You don't do memes anymore. You used to do memes with this one. Oh yes, you do. Yes, you do. You've done memes over the last few weeks, haven't you? With Goodfellas. Was that last week's? Can't remember. I'm all over the place this morning. Right, I'm going to wrap it up there, folks. I've managed half an hour. I was quite surprised. I didn't think I'd have that much to say this week again. But thanks for joining me. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. That would be absolutely amazing. I'll be back with more of the same next week. And as I said before, Scott, Joe and Pete, Playtendo Guy, feel free to post whatever you want on the channel, anything film related obviously. So right, that's it folks. Have a great weekend, what's left of it, and I will talk to you all again next weekend. Have a good day folks. Take care. Ta-da.